In 2017, Sydney Guerrette founded Be the Change Youth Initiative. With the help of children and teens across the country, the nonprofit has raised more than $100,000 for organizations such as Make-A-Wish America. Sydney had just turned 15 when she founded Be the Change. Her early passion for giving back inspired her to encourage other young people to use their gifts and talents to be the change they want to see in the world. Now, Sydney's career as a musician, performing with her brother Brayden as the duo In the Company of Wolves, has become an integral part of her work with youth. Sydney is the next guest on the A-List with Alison Lebovitz this Thursday at 8:30 p.m. on WTCI PBS and on the PBS app.
So I sort of picture your family like the philanthropic Partridge Family. You may be too young to remember the Partridge Family.
I do know what you're talking about, though, yes.
But the intersection of all of these things seems beautiful and magical and rare and authentic and vulnerable and all of these things. What has made it, for you, this journey, so important? And why music? I know the musical aspect is not incidental to the Be the Change. It's not incidental to the mental health component. How has music been the, I guess, conduit for all of these messages that you and Brayden and your family are trying to convey to others?
Music transcends barriers. And I think in the time that we live in now, there's a lot of hostility in conversation. How do people talk about the taboo topics going around? And I think one thing that really ties people together, regardless of our differences, regardless of our backgrounds, it's music. I think music is something that pulls people together. There's a massive community around it, not just with the musicians, but the audience, the people that are listening to it. I know that one of the first questions that I ask someone whenever I get to know them is like, who are some of the people that you love listening to? Just because it's a way to get to know them a little bit better. Because you know so much from someone based on an artist that they listen to or a song that really gets them inspired. And I think, especially for my brother and I, in the midst of our hurt, in the midst of our own struggles with mental health, when we felt like we didn't have the words in order to reach out to someone else, it was a way for us to heal, and it was a way for us to cope with what we were struggling with at the time. And mental health is an ongoing thing, right? I mean, mental health is something that you're probably going to be struggling with for the rest of your life. Like, sometimes things do go away, but sometimes you do struggle with depression and anxiety and body dysmorphia for the rest of your life. And there are ways to go about seeking help, whether it's a therapist or counselor, seeking guidance from a friend or a guardian, someone like that. There are resources available, but also it's like, what are the things that you can go to and gravitate towards that bring you life and bring you joy and pull you out of what are some of the hardest experiences for you to go through. And I think what we try to do with Be the Change in the nonprofit now is just creating even more opportunities for people to see they have worth by bringing their one thing to the table. That's like the one thing that we like to talk about a lot is, what's everyone's one thing that they can bring to the table in order to better our community, and how can you use that to not just uplift yourself, but also be able to extend a helping hand to other people around you.
Catch Sydney Guerrette on the A-List with Alison Lebovitz this Thursday at 8:30 p.m. on WTCI PBS and on the PBS app.